just like that. Welcome back. Wednesday, January 18th. It's 2 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm not sure what time it is out there in Euroland. I think it's 8 p.m. out there in Euroland, depending on what part of Euroland you're in. But welcome to 786 Unlimited and crypto, not after dark, but before dark. So let's jump over real quick and get the screen flipped over for you. Bow, just like that. I got to fix this one. I fixed the crypto after dark one because we don't really use Patreon anymore. We use Launchpass. If you haven't done so, our Launchpass link is just down below. There's two different specials right now. All right, two different specials. Number one, you can either do a yearly and get a free one-on-one consult with myself, or if you don't want to do that one, you can do a monthly for a reduced price. Also, it's a free month. So jump on over, have a look. It's free if you don't want to pay for either. You get the general chat and all our educational material. Plus, that's where I hang out all day long in the Discord, talking to you guys, charting, trading, making videos, learning, doing other stuff. Let's open up a drink. There we go. And let's do this. If you haven't done so, please go hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's free. It doesn't cost anything here. They are $3 to hit like. The more likes we get, the better. Share this on social media, everyone. Use the little share button and take it over to Twitter and pop it over there and do hashtag 786 assassins. Yeah, because we're going to get that trending as well. I've been putting that on some of my Twitter posts lately. So let's say hey to everyone, then we'll dive in. And we shall. What's up, letters and digits? First, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Mullet says best. Good to see you, brother. Crawfish XRP. I don't hate the name, but we got to fix your name. Just crawfish is perfect. Take that XRP crap off the end of it. Ray TA, what's up, brother? Brace yourselves. Better spot entries are coming. Assassin shoots again. Ray TA, big brains up in here. That big green ship candle getting shorter. Damn right it is. Silent Sandal, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Mr. Vault, what's up, brother? This is one of the 30-minute streams. Don't get mad. Nicholas Greco, never a dull moment. You damn right it ain't. Chiss, what's up, guys? Good evening to you all. Looks like we finally start to see a bit of a retracement, but also looks like there's buy pressure keeping the price propped up. Exactly. So I think this is going to have to play out a bit. Okay, I think it's going to take a little bit to play out. I think by the 25th, 26th, we see a difference. That's still 7 days away. Okay, 7 or 8 days away. So let's not freak out and panic. I think we got some more time to let these charts kind of roll out and do their thing. A retrace is healthy. Let's see how far it goes. Thank you very much, Mulch. You have to have these retraces. What's up, Bryce Ife? Miss Nifty Phoebe, the queen. Good to see you. DKent 99OH. What's up, Keith? I'm excited to make one of these when they're live. Awesome, brother. Good to have you. Irish Mindful Guy. Goombas. Goombas is one of the OGs. You guys should bow to the feet of the OGs because without them, we wouldn't be here. The originator of the shitter list, Mr. Goombas. Glad to see you, brother. Brandon P. He said it's 10 p.m. in Syria, my boy. It's after dark here. Oh, well, I'm glad to have you. Dreamer, what's up? 11 a.m. over in the Dubai area. Good to see you, Miss Phoebe. JW says, what's up? I'm multitasking. Well, good. Jim Monroe's not even drunk yet. SCL, what's up? Good to see you. Justin, Trevor Harris. Second live stream. Charlie Banks, Big Tex. Let's go. So we're seeing our first little sign of weakness here. After consistently providing a low time frame, higher highs and higher lows over and over and over again, holding on to that low time frame trend, we finally saw the first little peak of weakness here. And what do I mean by first little peak of weakness? Well, depending on how you have this chart drawn, we've bumped into this trend line. I know it's close the way I've got it drawn right here. You could argue that I could draw this a little closer here, and I could snug this trend line just right up next to the price. Jesus Christ, how far did I pull this trend line? I pulled it to infinity. Let's go to the tether chart. How about that? Right there. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. All right, so we bumped up against the trend line here. Depending on how you draw it, bumped up against the trend line. Not only that, but after several days of solid green in a row with no retracement, finally, the sprinters are getting tired. What do I mean by the sprinters are getting tired? Well, I want you to think about the Olympics for a moment. You watch these Olympic sprinters. What do? They warm up for a second, then the gun goes off and they take off running. Okay. They sprint for a maximum of 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. That's it. That's all they can do. And after there's 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, they slow down, stop, take a breath, sit down, breathe, get something to drink, talk to each other, because you can't maintain that sprint. You have to stop, relax, and think about it for a moment. That's yet to happen until today. Today, we saw the first signs that the sprint may be over for the time being. Now, I've got these yellow boxes drawn. I'm going to show you why I've got them drawn now. I'm going to go down on time frames a little bit here, down to the 4 hour. We see that we kind of were maintaining this little trend right here. And bam, for the first time, we have a one candle that is broken trend. It looks like we may have even back tested already and failed and rolled over again. Now, I don't know this for sure. Depends. So, where are we going to go from here? Well, I'm going to pull up the CME chart real quick and show you the CME chart so you can get a feel for what's going on there. Here's the CME gap that formed after that weekend of movement that happened that was a little bit out of question. All right. Now, we have this huge gap in the chart. After we have this huge gap form, we're stuck. Is this going to pull back? Is this going to roll up? What's going to happen? Well, once we've seen this thing kind of chop out this holding pattern sideways right here, and we started to see the strength kind of roll over and fall in the RSI and other indicators that had kind of started to top out, this gives you the indication that it looks like we're going to get a retrace. Finally, we're starting to retrace. Where are some key retracement levels? CME gaps are easy to see and easy to find. Those gaps close about 80% of the time. There are only a few CME gaps that even open on Bitcoin in general right now. One of them is around $9,700, right? Is that going to happen? More and more likely that no, that doesn't happen. I don't want to close the door on it, but it's more and more likely that doesn't happen. But what does look like it's going to happen is this $20,000 CME gap is likely to close. 20,000 is also a psychological level, okay? That's also a level that's nice, round, and flat, 20,000, okay? So it's likely that we run to that 20,000 level and get some sort of a bounce. How big of a bounce? We don't know yet. We'll assess that when we get to it. But that's my first level of bounce. I currently have a short open. Here is my short. I've already cut my short, took profits, and then re-entered on the retest. All right. Right there's my short line. You see it says 20x. That is no bullshit. That is my real short line. Posted it over in Discord for everyone else to see. Other guys are doing their own longs and own shorts. Please don't copy me. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some idiot on the internet who does charts way too much. Okay. Now, how much farther back can we go? Depending on the level of retrace here, we get a couple different sections that show us potential chart setups. Potential chart setups. All right. One particular pattern that's often referenced in all charts, especially crypto, because everyone is always bullish, which is incorrect, is a cup and handle pattern. All right, here's a cup and handle pattern for you. You have a high. You have lows that scrape the floor and create some sort of double bottom or maybe even a W pattern. You get the cup that forms, and after you get the cup, you do not break into a high yet. You don't break into a high. You create a slightly lower high or even high like we have here. Then we roll over and we form the handle. All right. How far down is the handle going to go? Typically back to the next support level. We already know we have this support level right around here at about 18,500 that we cracked through when we ran up. Okay. We already know that's happened. That's a reasonable level to assume that the handle will pull back to before we break this trend line for real. All right. Does that mean that's the floor? Not necessarily. We've got to reassess when we get there because, realistically speaking, this thing could fail support if it really wants to and roll down farther and create a lower low. Wouldn't that suck? It would. I'm looking for a higher low in here somewhere. All right. One of these two levels will give me a higher low. There's never many reason to panic. In general, when we're doing TA, you don't have to freak out and worry about things. They're going to come back to you. Just relax. This is a prime example. All right. So once this rolls over, we have the 20,000 level. That's the first yellow box that I've highlighted. Second yellow box, again, 18.5. If we pull fibs on this, depending on where we start, if we start here and pull this up, you see about 618 is 18,000-ish. Okay. So that's a decent level, 18,000-ish, but may not make it there. 18.8 right here at the 50 fib comes out to around 18.5. So that's a decent level for me. Honestly, if we get to 18.5, I may start scaling in. Now, I've already given out my spreadsheet of what I will be buying and what I will not be buying. I've already put the amount of money that I'm going to do. All that's over in our Discord, 786unlimited.com. Right there. Tells you, gives you our Discord link, our two different packages we have right now, the prices that are cheaper than they were before. We've reduced prices during this bear market. We have not increased prices like other Discords have, who are really bad at business. We have lowered prices, not increased them. Yeah, hop over there and join us. It's a really good deal. So I'm leaning towards, after I put that stuff over there, I'm leaning towards scaling in at 18.5. If it fails, I'm going to set a stop loss and I'll scale in lower. It's very simple, okay? I want to get my average price as low as I can. I understand that we may not get down to those lows now. If that's the case, that's fine. I'm going to get the best price I can. I'm going to do it in the safest manner I possibly can. All right? Those are my levels. That's what I see happening so far. If we fail this and this thing breaks south, things could get messy. For a moment, let's talk about what's going on in the crypto world. Currently, Genesis halted withdrawals. You can't get money out. Okay? If you don't know what Genesis is, it's an exchange that's owned by the Winklevoss twins. Yeah, those guys. Same guys who sued Zuckerberg from Facebook. The Winklevoss guys. Yeah, man. The tentacles go deep in the real world. So, those same guys used money that the customers put in to invest, just like SBF did. Only they put money in Bitcoin Grayscale, which is a trust that goes through Digital Currency Group. They wrote them a $1 billion IOU. Guess who doesn't have the money to pay that IOU? That's right, the people who wrote it. So, the way that works is when you don't have the money to cover your IOU, they liquidate your assets. That means selling your assets. That means selling $1 billion worth of whatever they bought. Does it sound like the bottom's into you yet? There's a possibility that the answer is no. They file for bankruptcy and the money starts to come out and show what they did, and we start seeing every single transaction that they did. You're going to find out that SBF wasn't the biggest, worst person here, okay? You're going to find out that there are a lot of people who don't understand that you shouldn't be holding anything. You should sell and wait for the market to come back down and then rebuy. I don't get why they don't do this. Boggles my mind, but hey, who am I, right? I'm just an idiot on the internet with a chart in front of me. It's almost like I use math to come up with the answers, but screw math, right? Let's go see what you guys are saying real fast. Ray TA says 8 p.m. in the Netherlands. Good to see you, brother, though. Charlie Banks, Jordan Stanualov, 9 p.m. in Bulgaria. Bro, we have people watching from Bulgaria. This blows my mind. What's up, Mr. Fib? Good to see you, brother. Kent, it says liquidations and stop losses don't respect the trend line. It doesn't need to be drawn that close. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just showing a generality here. You're going to see the trend lines are heavily respected no matter what. Yeah, they'll peak over and snap over sometimes. It's all good. There's no reason to get super hyper technical with it. We can get very close enough without having to be like within the dollar, right? And sometimes we even get within a dollar. Architecture, good to see you, Justin Gabriel. Justin the Legend, Miss BB says. Music Shorts, Uzbekistan. Bro, this is nuts. How is someone from Uzbekistan watching me from upstate South Carolina? This is mind-boggling to me. And yeah, I'm wearing a Panther hat because we're on the come up. From down under, Dreamers over in Aussie land. That's awesome. You think we have time to buy spots if it does get to the lower yellow box, or do you expect to wick the set limit buys? Genesis or Gemini, aren't they different? Yeah, they're different. Genesis is the one I'm talking about. Genesis and Gemini are different, I believe. Darcy, what's up? Mr. Vault says it's UK 1900 over there in UK. That's awesome. Yes, 7 p.m. So, I don't guarantee that those lower boxes are going to get hit. If you want to set limit orders, please be your own person and set your own thing. I'm not going to set limit orders. I'm going to wait for that box to hit because I don't think it'll be just one wick. I think you may get a candle or two. And honestly, it may blow right through that and fail that. And I want to be able to get out just as fast as I got in. So I'll start scaling in there. I may do a 30-30-30 approach. You know what I mean? 30%, 30%, 30%, and then reserve my 10%. I may not do that. I may do a 50-50 deal. I haven't quite made up my mind on that yet, but I know I'm going to start scaling here soon. There's no reason to get super cute about all this. We're getting great prices as it is. I think we'll get cheaper chances potentially, but there's no guarantee of that. And I don't want to be the guy who sits here and says that this up didn't happen, because it clearly did. I hodled, new to this year ago, lost cash, learning from your TA. Well, Trevor Harris, quite all right. There's no better time like now to learn, okay? There's no better time like now. Give me a minute. I'm going to flip over to the historic chart, and we'll look at where we're at on that. Guillermo Tail says, hey, what's up? Finally make it to the live. Good to see you, brother. If you guys haven't done so, go hit like. We have 61 people on and 38 likes. Go hit like this. They're free. Don't cost anything. So not Phil Collins in. You can feel it coming in the air tonight, huh? I'm not getting any sound. Everything's good for everyone else. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is complaining. So, all right, let's go jump over to the historic chart real quick. All right. Historically speaking, we're getting closer and closer to the midway point. The midway point is similar to, well, first of all, the midway point is from bull market peak to next halving. Dead in the middle of that is midway. And this is a repeatable pattern that's happened 3 other times in Bitcoin's history, which I'll show you in a second. Typically, around this area is where you get your floor price. Now, as you see, before midway happened here, we created some semblance of a floor. There are other key metrics to this. Number one being, we typically go down farther than we've gone down. We typically have a wick, a big fuck you wick that happens that really, really breaks everybody's heart. That hasn't happened. And number three, typically all happens around that midway line. So let's go back in history for a moment. Look at this. The yellow line is a capitulation line. It's pretty typical for that to happen around capitulation. And that's exactly what happened. The yellow line came in, and shortly after that, we nosedove. All right, so let's go back in history for a moment here. And this is 2019, similar time frame. If you look at the dates here, this is the 1st of January right here. I'm sorry, this is December. This is December coming down. Then you have the 1st of January, kind of sitting a little high, or the first week or two of January sitting kind of high, kind of where we are now. Then you get this pullback going through the end of January into the beginning of February. This is what I'm hoping for right here. I want to see that move come in where we're at right now, because we haven't had that happen yet. Honestly, it just went straight up. It found the floor section and went straight up. We never really got that deep dig down into this historical retrace level that you saw a minute ago. Now, as you see here on this midway line, after that, she was all up, all she wrote, never hesitated anymore. Now let's go back again, all the way to 2015. Similar situation here. Midway point, this is again between bull run peak and next halving. This is the midway line between those. Had this big aggressive run up that lasted in through the middle of January. From there, you had a retrace back. I'm looking for this retrace back. Hasn't happened yet. After that, it went all up until midway. After midway, it failed. Then you had a summer peak. Here's the next portion of this equation here. Every single time you have a summer peak after midway. Here's midway. Here's where that summer peak coming in 2019 in July, August area. Same situation here, bull run peak, midway. Haven't quite got here to this summer peak yet. How far is it going to go? Well, that's a mixed bag. We don't really have all the answers to that yet. What I do see is everything's following the timeline within a week or two. So again, this next pullback may be the last one. We may not get another one after this. Then potentially up for the rest of the summer with some retraces mixed in, of course. And that's historically accurate. I don't want that to be the case, but that's just the way it is. That would put us 2024 after March or so. That would put us then is the bull market. Okay. Now, yes, we are going to break some trend lines in the process. I understand that, and I admit that. We're going to break trend lines in the process, which will flip our sentiment from bearish to bullish. However, it ain't just going to hurry up and go up. That's not how it works. Every single time there's a sprint, there has to be a breath catch afterwards, okay? We've experienced that breath catch for the entirety of 2022. 2021 may be a little bit of a sprint. 2023 may be a little bit of a sprint again. Get our wind out of us again. Then the end of 2023 will breathe again. All right. This has to happen. These are the ebbs and flows of charts. All right. JP says, I'm late, but I'm here. Keith, what do I think of Flare? It's down so much percent. I still haven't got mine. They're still withholding a bunch everywhere. I'll withhold judgment on that until everyone gets theirs. And that may honestly never happen. We spent so much time working on Flare and doing that whole Flare DeFi thing for them to all just slap us in the face and cut the whole website off. Super irritated me, and I kind of stepped back from it since then. You had to ask. Hello, running for cover. Oh, that's pretty good. Howdy, Keith. Thanks for what you do. When BTC hits 1719, are you looking at alts? Yeah, I'll look for everything then, not just Bitcoin. I'll look for everything. I'll look to scaling everywhere I can. Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, FTMs, XRP, XLM, Comp, Sand, Render, SHIB, Doge, SHA, ICP, Hedera Hashgraph, all the ones that are in my list. I'll plan on scaling into all those. Yes. I want to try. I set a goal for myself, right? I want to try to double my money in 2023. What do I mean by double my money? I want to double my trading allotment. I've already told you guys what I trade with over in the Discord down to the dollar, right? So I want to double that. I think I can make way more than that, but I'm trying to be more consistent here and double my money. If I can double the amount of money I got before the next bull run, oh my God, like that sent chills up my spine a little bit thinking about the potential gains that I could make. Like that's a little bit freaky to me, right? It's a little bit freaky. So, yeah, I'm trying not to have hopium. I don't like hopium. But I realize 2023 has opportunities, and 2024 where the big opportunities are. So let's hit our spots here, okay? Let's hit our spots and be smart. Let's not be cute. Let's not go FOMOing. We don't do that here. We'll be more smarter than everyone else. That's what our goal is, to be smarter than the most, smarter than the masses. Let's see. I'm voting on the Flare proposal. Yeah, it'll pass 90%. No one's going to disapprove that stuff. No one's going to disapprove it. All right, so next point. We broke some trend lines here on this run up. I'm going to put those in right here. Okay. That just so happens to coincide with my yellow boxes. About 80% of the time, when you break trend lines, you come back and retest them. What do I mean by retesting them? I mean dancing around on top of them before you get any significant up. Okay. This is a historic fact. We have not done that yet. I want that to happen. When that happens, that's our spot. If the trend line fails and it dips back under, so be it. I will look to buy a lower low down here. Okay? That hasn't happened, and it may not happen. And I realize that, and I'm not stupid. I understand that we may only go up from here after we retrace. That's fine. Just trying to tell you, this trend line hasn't tested at all. It needs to test. After it tests, it's a reasonable take to want to buy there. I fully get it from that point. Stop losses in bull runs are important. Absolutely, absolutely, Darcy. So the way I'll do a stop loss, when I buy a spot, I'll set that stop loss for a couple different ways. Either one, 7 to 10% loss. That's all I'm willing to take on any one given trade. Two, I'll put the stop just below the recent low wick that's just to the left of where I bought. Or number three, I'll set it after the first candle closes under the 21 EMA. Now, what would I mean by that? I'll pull up the 8 and 21 EMA here for you to see. If you're wondering about this indicator, this is the Assassin's 3-for-1 indicator. It's one of the custom indicators. Over in our indicator script section in the Discord, we have dozens of custom indicators. Feel free to go over there and download one for yourself. So here is, let me pull up Bitcoin CME here. Here is the 21 EMA in purple. Once we get one candle under this 21 EMA, that's where I'll set a stop loss. Because this, what may happen is, you see, is you buy down here and then the price runs way up. So you don't really want to set a stop loss unless you set it in profit. Okay, cool. But if you want to be cheeky with it, the first candle that closes under the 21 EMA, after that closes, set your stop loss. just to the low of that candle. Then second candle comes in and closes and you're out anyway. No big deal. You want to do 5% below the first candle that closes under the 21 EMA, you can. However works for you. Everybody's risk tolerance is going to be a little different, all right? Everybody's risk tolerance is going to be separate for them. You have more money than me. You have less money than me. I don't know. And honestly, I don't really care how much money you have. We're looking at percent gains here and percent losses. How much is it worth for you to put in to risk, right? How much is it worth for you to lose on that risk? That's up to you to decide. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Democracy doesn't work. That's pretty good, especially in crypto, because what you'll find is, that's a good point to what you're saying. In crypto, everyone thinks they're always right and everything's always bullish, and that if you do something like this, it makes the chart go up, it makes the price go up, and it's just not the truth, right? So it's a misinformed, ill-guided response from most people who are in things like that, who have governance or voting. They're always going to vote for what they think is bullish, right? It's a bad sentiment to keep. I often say this, but management are management for a reason. You want management to make those decisions for you. That's their job. Now, when they make bad decisions, that's fine. You get new management and you replace them. But you need management to make those decisions, not the masses. You don't want the masses making the decision. You want the masses to put the management in position and the management make that decision for you. That's the reason that this structure works all over the globe. All right. And then magically it's supposed to be different in crypto. No, thank you. I don't believe that. It's more like the electoral college. Exactly. All right. So let's dip back down to the low time frames here. What do I see happening into tomorrow? We have 2 more minutes. Kind of looks like we're getting a bear flag right here, which could set up a short-term up, breach, and fail. So a short-term little up right here, breach and fail. Roll me over and continue playing down here would be great. Come down here and hit my take profit level and stop. This is where I will close my short. Why? Well, it's very simple. I don't want to get greedy here. I'm not the greedy type. I like to get my gains and leave, and that's a very big gain as it is. So that'll be a 300% win probably for me, which is great. I'd be tickled pink about it. So one step at a time. I'll play that card when that hand's dealt. But I got my take profit set already. I posted it over in the Discord for everyone to see. Going into tomorrow, Thursday, I expect more of the similar move here. You may get some short-term upward retracement on the low time frames after these big aggressive moves down. And you do see some wicks on the bottom of these candles down on low time frame. I kind of expect a wick chase here. We saw this happening on the up. You had these wicks that kept firing off, and then the price action following the wicks. Wick comes up and the price action continues to go. I expect that same thing on the bottom side here, okay? It's kind of a mirror image of it. If we were to flip this chart upside down, you'd be very bullish. You'd be very bullish on this. So I expect more down, honestly. How much? We've already talked about that. One day at a time here. Let's tiptoe our way through this. Let's not get cute. Let's not go throwing massive amounts of leverage around or massive amounts of margin. That's stupid. We play things smart here, okay? We play things safe. We can be conservative and make a ton of money. So let's not be degenerates. Degenerates do not belong in investing. If you follow those type of people on Twitter, stop following them. That's a simple, easy thing to do. Now, you want to do it because it evokes an emotional response to you and gives you a little dopamine hit when you do that. But that's eventually going to burn you, okay? There are morons on Twitter with a ton of followers. And yeah, I said it, and I don't really care what they say back to me either, because knowing good and well they wouldn't say this kind of shit to me to my face, right? So I'll be happy to tell them that they're degenerates and really dumb traders to their face. Absolutely, I'll be happy to say that. So anyway, thank you all for coming. I appreciate you. We got a 30-minute question and answer that's going to happen over in the Discord directly after this. So jump over there and hop in if you'd like. Also, we'll be live tomorrow, 11 p.m. for 1 full hour, like we do every Thursday for Crypto After Dark. I'll see you guys then. Leave you with this. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., could have been anywhere in the world. You guys chose to be here with me. I appreciate that more than you'll ever realize. Thank y'all. See y'all on the next live stream. Sky's the limit. Peace.